Hello and welcome to another episode of Your Old Time English Learning Podcast. I'm so glad you're here with us today. Whether you're listening from home, on your commute, or taking a walk, thank you for tuning in. In today's episode, we're going to talk about something big, something life-changing. We're diving into the exciting world of business and, more specifically, how you can become a proper businessman. That's right. You've ever dreamed of starting your own business? Becoming your own boss? Gaining financial freedom? Or building something meaningful, you're in the right place? And don't worry if your English level isn't perfect yet. We'll guide you through everything, step by step, using clear language, helpful examples, and tips to boost both your business mindset and your English skills. So, get ready to learn. Powerful ideas, grow your confidence, and discover why becoming a businessman could be one of the smartest decisions you ever make. Let's learn English and success together. Are you ready? Let's get started.
In today's fast-paced and unpredictable world, the ability to take control of your life is more valuable than ever before. One of the most compelling reasons to become a businessman is the incredible freedom and independence it offers.
When
you own a business, you're not just working for money. You're building something that gives you full authority over your decisions, your schedule, your goals, and your lifestyle. This sense of control is not something most people experience in a traditional job. Instead, they often find themselves stuck in routines, bound by rules set by others, and restricted by organizational hierarchies. Becoming a businessman gives you the power to design your life the way you truly want it. Let's begin with one of the most obvious yet underrated benefits: freedom of time. In a typical 9-to-5 job, your daily routine is determined by someone else. You wake up early, get dressed, commute through traffic, spend 8 or more hours working, and come back home exhausted. You do this 5 days a week, sometimes more. You might get 2 weeks of vacation a year, but even that has to be approved. Your personal time with family, time to travel, time to rest, is all controlled by your employer's calendar. But when you run your own business, you can choose how and when to work. You can take a day off without needing permission. You can start your workday later or earlier based on your personal preference or lifestyle. You can even work while traveling, or from the comfort of your home if your business allows it. That kind of flexibility can make a massive difference in your quality of life. Next, let's talk about creative control and decision-making. In a job, your ideas may be limited by corporate policies, upper management, or company culture. Even if you're full of creativity and innovation, you might not have the authority to implement your ideas. As a result, your full potential can remain locked inside. But when you're a businessman, you're the boss. You can bring your vision to life without asking anyone for approval. You can try new strategies, launch new products, explore new markets, and change direction whenever you feel necessary. You are free to innovate, take risks, and follow your instincts. This ability to shape your business based on your own ideas gives you a deep sense of ownership and satisfaction that's hard to find elsewhere. Then, there's the matter of personal fulfillment and purpose. Many people in jobs feel disconnected from their work. They do it because they have to, not because they love it. They might not feel any real connection to the company's mission or values. Over time, this can lead to burnout, boredom, or a sense of emptiness. But when you run a business, especially one that aligns with your passions or interests, you find deeper meaning in what you do. You feel excited to wake up in the morning because you're building something that matters to you. You're not just chasing a paycheck, you're pursuing a dream, serving customers, solving problems, and making a difference. That sense of purpose is incredibly rewarding and can keep you motivated even during challenging times. Another vital aspect is job security and independence from external control. In employment, your position is never truly secure. Your job can be eliminated due to restructuring, budget cuts, automation, or management changes. You may be the hardest worker in the company, but that doesn't always guarantee safety. You're a businessman, however. Your security depends on your own efforts, strategies, and decisions. No one can fire you. You are in control of your income. While running a business comes with its own risks, at least those risks are within your control. You're not at the mercy of someone else's decisions. You have the power to adapt, pivot, or reinvent your business based on what the market needs. That kind of control provides peace of mind and a stronger sense of responsibility. Also worth mentioning is the flexibility to build a lifestyle that suits your values. Some people value family time, others value travel, fitness, education, or spirituality. As an employee, it's often difficult to balance personal values with professional commitments. But as a business owner, you have the freedom to build a lifestyle that supports your values. If you're a parent, you can attend your child's school events without stress. If you love traveling, you can run an online business and work from anywhere in the world. If you're health conscious, you can set your own schedule to make time for exercise and healthy meals. Business ownership allows you to integrate your work with your life, not the other way around. You are no longer forced to live for weekends or dread Mondays. You have the freedom to live intentionally and work with purpose. Let's also consider the psychological benefits of independence. Humans have a natural desire to be in control of their destiny. When you take ownership of your time, work, and future, you feel more confident and empowered. You stop blaming others or the system. Instead, you begin to see challenges as opportunities. Your mindset changes. You become more proactive, resilient, and courageous. This psychological shift can have a powerful impact on every area of your life, not just business. You become more responsible in your relationships, health, finances, and decision-making. You start to feel proud of who you are becoming. That inner growth is one of the most valuable and often overlooked rewards of business ownership. It's important to acknowledge that gaining this kind of freedom and control doesn't come overnight. The early stages of business can be tough. You may work long hours, face unexpected problems, or feel uncertain. But the difference is you're doing it for yourself, not for someone else. Every hour of work, every challenge you overcome, and every lesson you learn is building your future. And as your business grows, the rewards grow with it. You gain more flexibility, more control, and more time to focus on what truly matters to you. You're not trading your time for someone else's dream. You're investing your time in building your own. In summary, the freedom and control that come with being a businessman are unmatched. You decide how to spend your time, how to lead your life, and how to grow your future. You're no longer just a player in someone else's game. You're the one designing the game. Whether it's flexibility, creativity, fulfillment, security, or independence, being a businessman offers a lifestyle that puts you in charge, allows you to break free from limits, and live life on your own terms. And in a world where so many people feel stuck, stressed, or powerless, that kind of control is not just desirable, it's life-changing. While personal freedom and control over your life are incredibly rewarding aspects of becoming a businessman, there is another benefit that cannot be ignored: the potential for financial growth and long-term wealth creation. Money may not be the ultimate goal for everyone, but it undeniably plays a major role in how we live, what we can achieve, and how secure we feel. Becoming a businessman gives you a unique path toward earning more than a fixed salary, generating multiple income streams, and building lasting financial stability, not just for yourself, but for your family and even future generations. Let's begin with the most basic yet powerful point. There is no income ceiling when you own a business. In a traditional job, your income is often limited to a monthly salary that increases slowly over time, if at all. You might get a raise once a year, or a bonus if the company performs well. But those increases are generally small and outside of your control. No matter how hard you work or how many extra hours you put in, you're still earning according to someone else's rules and limits. But when you're a businessman, your income is tied directly to the value your business provides. The more you grow your company, the more customers you serve, The more problems you solve, the more money you can make. There's no upper limit. You can go from earning hundreds to thousands to millions. Depending on how successfully you scale your business, owning a business also opens doors to multiple income streams, which is a key principle of financial independence. Most employees rely on a single source of income, their job. If they lose that job, they lose everything. A businessman can develop various streams of revenue through different products, services, clients, and even passive income models like online sales, subscriptions, real estate investments, and licensing deals. For example, if you own a cafe, you might generate income from in-store sales, delivery services, catering events, branded merchandise, and social media sponsorships. This diversity reduces financial risk and increases the chances of long-term success. When one stream slows down, others can continue supporting your income. This flexibility and financial resilience are especially important in uncertain economies. Another major advantage of becoming a businessman is the ability to build and own assets. When you work a job, you are building someone else's asset. Company you work for. Every hour you work, every idea you share, and every effort you give contributes to the value of that business. But when you own your own company, your efforts increase the value of something you actually own. Your business itself becomes an asset, something that can grow in value over time, generate continuous income, and even be sold in the future for a large sum of money. This is called equity. Many successful entrepreneurs have sold their businesses for millions of dollars, using that capital to retire early, start new ventures, or invest in other opportunities. Owning assets is one of the most reliable ways to build true wealth, and business ownership is one of the fastest paths to get there. Business ownership also provides opportunities for tax advantages and smarter financial planning. While employees pay taxes directly from their paychecks, business owners have more flexibility to manage how and when they are taxed. Depending on the country and its laws, business owners can deduct many expenses such as office costs, equipment, travel, meals, professional development, and more. This allows them to legally reduce their taxable income and keep more of what they earn. They can also reinvest profits back into the business to grow even faster. Over time, this smart money management helps accelerate financial growth and ensures that wealth is not only created, but preserved. Let's not forget the long-term aspect of wealth, financial security, and retirement planning. For many people, retirement means depending on a pension or savings that may not be enough to maintain their lifestyle. But businessmen can create businesses that generate passive income money that comes in even when they're not actively working. Whether it's through automated systems, rental properties, royalties, or online businesses, passive income gives you peace of mind. You're no longer trading time for money. As your business grows, your income becomes less about how many hours you work and more about the systems you've built. This allows you to retire earlier, live more comfortably, and focus on the things that truly matter like health, family, and personal fulfillment. Becoming a businessman also allows you to create generational wealth. This means building something that benefits not just you, but your children and grandchildren. You can pass down your business, your knowledge, your assets, and your values. You're not just leaving behind money, you're leaving behind a legacy. Your children can take over your business, expand it, or use the wealth you created to pursue their own dreams. This gives them a better starting point in life, more opportunities, and the security to explore their passions without financial stress. For many families, breaking the cycle of poverty or financial struggle starts with one person making the brave decision to start a business. Another benefit that is often overlooked is the ability to give back more generously. As your business grows and your financial position improves, you're in a stronger position to help others. You can donate to causes you care about, support schools or charities, fund community programs, and even create scholarships or mentoring opportunities. For young people, This makes your financial success even more meaningful. You're not just earning for yourself, you're making a positive difference in the world. The feeling of being able to contribute to others' lives while building your own wealth is deeply satisfying and creates a purpose-driven financial journey. Finally, it's important to understand that financial growth through business is not just about chasing money, it's about financial freedom. This means having enough money to make choices based on what you want, not what you have to do. You can take a break when you need to, care for your family without worry, explore the world, invest in hobbies, and live life with confidence. Financial freedom gives you time and space to think clearly, dream bigger, and pursue personal goals that may have felt impossible before. And this freedom is not just for the rich or privileged, it's available to anyone willing to take the leap into business. Work smart, stay consistent, and keep learning. In conclusion, financial growth and wealth creation are some of the most compelling reasons to become a businessman. Unlike traditional employment, where income is limited and controlled by others, running your own business opens the door to unlimited earnings. Multiple income streams, asset ownership, tax benefits, long-term security, and generational wealth. It allows you to stop working just to survive and start working to thrive. It empowers you to use your money for good, to support your dreams, provide for your loved ones, and make an impact in the world. And most importantly, it gives you the freedom to live on your own terms. Business isn't just a way to make money, it's a vehicle to build the life you truly deserve. One of the most transformative reasons to become a businessman is the unmatched opportunity for personal growth and skill development. When you start a business, you're not just entering a new career path, you're stepping into an environment that challenges, molds, and strengthens every part of who you are. Unlike traditional jobs that may confine you to a single role or skill set, running a business demands that you wear many hats and learn on the go. You become your own teacher, motivator, and problem solver. This journey doesn't just make you a better entrepreneur, it makes you a stronger, more capable, more well-rounded human being. Let's begin with one of the first and most critical areas of personal development that business ownership forces you to master: decision-making. As a businessman, you must make decisions every day, some small but all impactful. Should you hire someone new? Launch a new product? Change your pricing strategy? Accept a new client? These decisions often come without a clear answer, and you're required to trust your instincts, do your research, and act swiftly. Over time, this constant practice makes you more decisive and confident. You start to understand how to weigh risks, predict outcomes, and take responsibility for the consequences. You no longer hesitate or overthink every little choice. You become the kind of person who leads with clarity and courage, a skill that benefits you far beyond the business world. Next comes resilience, the ability to bounce back after failure or disappointment. No successful businessman ever got to the top without facing setbacks. There will be times when your ideas don't work, when sales fall flat, or when challenges seem insurmountable. But here's the key difference. Unlike in a job where failure might cost you a promotion or your position in business, failure is often a stepping stone. Each setback becomes a lesson. You learn, you adapt, and you try again. Over time, you develop a thick skin, not to block out emotion, but to stay strong and grounded in difficult situations. This resilience doesn't just help you survive the journey of entrepreneurship. It helps you in every area of life, from relationships to health to emotional well-being. You develop a mindset that says, no matter what happens, I'll find a way. Another huge area of growth is in communication and leadership. When you run a business, you have to talk to people, constantly: customers, employees, partners, investors, suppliers, and more. You learn how to speak clearly, how to listen actively, how to persuade, how to negotiate, and how to resolve conflicts. Develop emotional intelligence, the ability to understand people, read situations, and respond appropriately. .ord. You're pitching a product to a customer or motivating your team during tough times. Your ability to communicate becomes a superpower, and as your business grows, you naturally step into leadership. You become someone others look up to for direction, confidence, and vision. You learn how to inspire people, manage personalities, build a team culture, and lead with integrity. These are not just business skills, they are life skills that make you a better parent, friend, partner, and citizen. In addition to these soft skills, becoming a businessman forces you to develop practical hard skills that are vital in today's world. You learn about marketing, how to attract and retain customers. You dive into sales, how to pitch, present, and close deals. You explore finance, how to budget, invest, and manage cash flow. You pick up technical skills like using business software, managing social media, or creating content. You become more organized, better at time management, and more strategic in your thinking. Many of these skills are transferable, meaning that even if you one day move into a different field or pursue another venture, the knowledge you gain as a business owner will still serve you well. One of the most overlooked but powerful aspects of being a businessman is the way it builds self-awareness and confidence. In the early days of your business, you'll quickly learn your strengths and weaknesses. Maybe you're great at talking to clients, but struggle with organization. Maybe you're creative, but find it hard to manage finances. Whatever the case, business puts a mirror in front of you, forces you to confront your habits, attitudes, and mindset. And that's a good thing, because the more you understand yourself, the more you can grow. As you overcome weaknesses and refine your strengths, your confidence naturally increases. You begin to realize that you can handle more than you thought. You gain a sense of pride, not from titles or salaries, but from knowing you're capable, adaptable, and resilient. That kind of self-belief changes the way you walk, talk, interact with the world. Let's also talk about discipline and time management. In a regular job, there's often someone keeping you on track, a manager setting deadlines, meetings keeping you focused, or coworkers holding you accountable. But in business, especially in the beginning, you're on your own. No one's telling you when to start or stop. No one's watching to see if you're wasting time or working hard. That might sound freeing, but it's also a test of your self-discipline. You have to build your own routines. You have to create your own structure. You have to manage your day, set priorities, and avoid distractions. Over time, this builds an incredible amount of personal discipline. You become more productive, more focused, and better at managing your energy. These habits can improve every part of your life, from fitness and health to hobbies and personal relationships. Another crucial part of the personal development journey is adaptability and problem solving. In business, problems are constant. Supplier delays an order. A customer demands a refund. A competitor launches a better product. A law changes overnight and affects your operations. You never know what's around the corner, and that's what keeps the journey exciting. But instead of panicking, you learn to stay calm and find solutions. You become flexible in your approach. If one plan doesn't work, you try another. If a strategy fails, you pivot. You start to think creatively and analytically at the same time. You develop a solution-based mindset, one that sees opportunity in every challenge. This way of thinking helps you grow mentally stronger and more adaptable to change in all areas of life. Let's not forget the importance of networking and relationship building. Business teaches you how to connect with people, customers, colleagues, mentors, investors, and even competitors. You learn how to give value, build trust, and maintain long-term relationships. These connections often lead to unexpected opportunities, partnerships, collaborations, referrals, or new ideas. But more than that, they enrich your life. You meet people from different industries, backgrounds, and cultures. You expand your worldview, grow socially, emotionally, and professionally. As you help others grow, they help you in return. It's a cycle of mutual support and learning that strengthens both your character and your career. Finally, becoming a businessman cultivates a powerful mindset of ownership and responsibility. In a job, it's easy to pass the blame, to say that's not my department or I wasn't in charge of that. But in your own business, everything is your responsibility. Success or failure, profit or loss, growth or stagnation, new, all comes down to you. That might sound intimidating, but it's actually empowering. It teaches you that you have the power to shape your outcomes. You stop complaining and you start creating. You become proactive, resourceful, and accountable. That mindset can dramatically improve your entire life. You become someone who takes charge, who follows through, and who gets things done. That level of ownership builds maturity, integrity, and long-term success. To sum it all up, the path of a businessman is a masterclass in personal development. It transforms you from the inside out. You gain confidence, discipline, resilience, creativity, empathy, focus, and leadership. You'll learn to take action, solve problems, manage people, and trust yourself. You grow mentally, emotionally, and professionally. The process isn't always easy. It's filled with challenges, risks, and mistakes. But every challenge is a teacher, and every mistake is a lesson. In the end, the person you become on this journey is far more powerful than you were when you began. That's the true reward of business ownership. It's not just about making money, it's about becoming the kind of person who can create value, lead others, and live life with confidence and purpose. If you want to grow beyond your limits, become a better version of yourself, and live a life filled with meaning, becoming a businessman is one of the most powerful decisions you can make. It pushes you to learn, to lead, to evolve. That kind of growth is priceless. Being a businessman is not just about making money or achieving personal success. It's about making a meaningful and lasting impact on the world around you. Every successful business, whether big or small, creates some form of value. It solves problems, fills gaps in society, and improves people's lives. One of the most powerful motivations for becoming a businessman is the ability to be a change maker. Through your ideas, your efforts, and your leadership, you have the opportunity to influence communities, industries, and even future generations. A business is not just a financial engine, it is a vehicle for impact, transformation, and legacy. Let's begin with one simple yet powerful idea. Businesses solve problems. The most successful businesses in history started because someone noticed a problem and decided to fix it. Think of how Uber solved transportation issues, or how Amazon made shopping easier for people across the globe. Even on a smaller scale, a bakery solves the need for fresh, tasty bread in a neighborhood. A barbershop solves the need for grooming. A tutoring service solves the need for education. Every business exists because it provides value to someone. As a businessman, you have the opportunity to contribute to society by solving real-life problems with real-life solutions. This is where the true power lies, not in profit alone, but in purpose. This contribution can be measured in many ways. For example, if you start a business that helps people learn a new skill, you are empowering them to change their lives. You start a business that provides clean drinking water in rural areas, you are saving lives. If you build a product that improves health or boosts productivity, you are making a direct and positive impact. The beauty of business is that its impact is scalable. You can start small, but as your business grows, so does your ability to help more people. You go from helping 10 people to hundreds, to thousands, and even millions. And the more value you give, the more your business grows. It's a beautiful cycle where everyone wins. Another powerful aspect of being a businessman is job creation. When you build a business, you're not just helping yourself, you're helping others earn a living. You hire employees. You work with freelancers. You collaborate with suppliers, delivery drivers, and service providers. Every person involved in your business ecosystem benefits from your success. This means your decisions as a business owner have a ripple effect that extends far beyond your personal life. You're not just generating wealth for yourself, you're building an economy for others too. This is especially important in regions where jobs are scarce. By becoming a businessman, you can create employment opportunities that uplift communities and reduce poverty. You can train others, mentor them, and give them the tools to build better lives. That is real impact. Beyond economic impact, business also gives you the platform to influence social values and ethics. As a businessman, you get to define your company's culture. You decide how your team is treated, what values are promoted, and how customers are served. This is your chance to build an ethical and inclusive environment. You can choose to support diversity, pay fair wages, promote eco-friendly practices, and stand for what's right. In a world where large corporations often prioritize profits over people, small and medium business owners have the chance to lead with heart. You can create a workplace where people feel safe, respected, and motivated. Your business becomes a reflection of your values, and that is powerful. Moreover, business can be a powerful tool for philanthropy and social responsibility. Many business owners use their profits to support causes they care about. You don't need to be a millionaire to make a difference. No. You can donate a portion of your earnings to a local school, sponsor a sports team, fund scholarships, or support environmental efforts. You can also start social enterprises businesses that are specifically built to solve social problems. These businesses operate just like traditional businesses, but reinvest profits into social missions. Whether it's helping refugees, empowering women, improving education, or protecting the planet, business can become a force for good. It allows you to move from good intentions to real action. Instead of just wishing the world was better, you're actively building a better world. Let's not forget the emotional and human side of impact. Imagine a customer writing to you and saying that your product changed their life. Imagine a parent thanking you for giving their child a job. Imagine a community gathering around your business to celebrate its growth. These moments create deep, emotional rewards that no paycheck can match. Realize that your work matters, your efforts are seen, your dreams are helping others dream too. This sense of purpose becomes a fuel that pushes you forward, even when business is tough. It keeps you grounded and inspired, turns your business from a job into a mission. Another critical aspect of making an impact through business is influencing the future. Businesses don't just respond to change, they drive change. As a businessman, you have the opportunity to lead innovation. You can bring new technologies, ideas, and services into the world. You can create trends, set new standards, and shape how people live and work. Think of companies that have transformed entire industries like Apple with smartphones or Tesla with electric vehicles. While not every business will reach that scale, every business has the potential to lead in its own space. Innovation doesn't have to be global. It can be local, personal, and still powerful. By thinking creatively and acting courageously, your business can be part of the future, not just reacting to it. Business also allows you to build community connections. When you own a business, especially a local one, you become a part of your community's identity. People begin to know you, trust you, and rely on you. You sponsor local events, support schools, provide services, and bring people together. Your business becomes more than a place of commerce. It becomes a gathering point, a symbol of community spirit. This creates strong relationships, builds loyalty, and makes your presence meaningful. You become a trusted leader, not just someone chasing profits, but someone who truly cares about where they live and who they serve. This local impact can be more fulfilling than global fame. Furthermore, let's talk about inspiration. When people see you take a risk, start a business, and build something from the ground up, they are inspired. You become living proof that it's possible. Young people in your neighborhood might look up to you and think, if they can do it, maybe I can too. Your story can motivate others to dream bigger, to believe in themselves, and to take charge of their lives. That inspiration is a kind of impact that multiplies. It spreads, lights a fire in others. Especially if you come from a background where business success is rare, your achievement becomes a symbol of possibility. You're not just changing your own life, you're becoming a role model for many others. It's also worth mentioning that the impact of business can last long after you're gone. A successful business can outlive its founder. It can continue to provide jobs, serve customers, and support communities for decades. Your business becomes a legacy. Your name, your vision, your values, they live on. Whether your children take over or your employees carry it forward, your impact continues. You've created something that outlasts you, something that future generations can look back on and be proud of. This is the highest form of impact, not just success in your lifetime, but a legacy that keeps giving, of course. Making a real impact through business doesn't come without responsibility. It requires awareness, empathy, and a commitment to doing what's right, Evan, when it's hard. You'll face choices about ethics, sustainability, transparency, and treatment of others. But that's also the beauty of ITU. Get to choose. You have the power to build a business that is not just profitable, but principled. That power, used wisely, can change lives. In conclusion, being a businessman gives you an incredible opportunity to make a real, positive, and lasting impact on the world. You are no longer a passive observer of problems. You become an active solver. Create jobs, serve communities, promote values, drive innovation, and inspire others. Your business becomes a tool for transformation, personal, social, economic, and emotional. Whether your reach is local or global, your work matters. The world doesn't just need more businesses, it needs more business people who care, who lead, and who make a difference. That's the kind of impact that makes being a businessman not just a career but a calling. In the end, becoming a businessman is not just about starting a company, it's about taking charge of your life, it's unlocking your potential, and daring to make a difference. It's about choosing freedom over fear, creation over comfort, and growth over routine. When you step into the world of business, you're stepping into a world where you are the author of your own story. You get to decide what your days look like, what problems you solve, what kind of legacy you leave behind, and how big of an impact you make. You no longer wait for opportunity, you create it. Through business, you gain control over your time and your destiny. You break free from the limitations of the traditional system and build a lifestyle based on your values. You discover what you're truly capable of as you develop skills, face challenges, and grow stronger through every failure and success. Financial freedom becomes more than a dream, becomes a reality shaped by your own hands. And with that success, you have the power to uplift others by creating jobs. It's inspiring change, serving your community, and shaping a better world. Yes, the path of a businessman is demanding. It requires courage, patience, and perseverance. The rewards freedom, impact, fulfillment, and legacy are beyond measure. You don't just live to survive. You live to lead, to build, to inspire, and to thrive. Whether your business is a small neighborhood shop or a global brand, your journey matters. Your effort matters. Your dream matters. So, if you've ever felt the desire to do more, be more, and leave a mark, then this is your sign. The world needs dreamers, builders, and leaders. The world needs people who aren't afraid to take risks, chase visions, and create value. The world needs businessmen like you. Don't just follow a path, build your own.